Honey, welcome to the Doctor Show. Today's topic will be about parasitic infestation, and this topic is actually a review from one of our viewers who has been infested with a flea and suffered. So let's watch a video about this problem, and maybe you have this kind of symptoms. So here we have special guest from Dr. Alam, Dr. Anati and Dr. Asli. Welcome to the show. Okay, Dr. Anati, before we go deeper about this topic, can you explain a little bit about this infection? How does this infection occur?
Okay, for this infection, it is mainly caused by Ctenosus fenis. This species is a flea that commonly infect dogs and cats. But today, we will only zoom in into cat. These fleas will usually maintain its life cycle in a cat. However, only 5% of the fleas will live and feed on a cat, while another 95% of emerging fleas will remain in the habitat such as a carpet and also pet bedding. Okay, since all the life cycle of sea fleas are susceptible to desiccation, and only 8 that are fully protected will fall into the microhabitat, as I mentioned before, and it will develop into an adult and infest cats.
Okay, doctor, how does the cat flea looks like?
Okay, for the morphology of the fleas, I will pass the topic to my assistant, Naziha.
And hi everyone, my name is Taziha. I would like to explain to you more about the morphology of the cat fleas, or the scientific name is Ctenocephalic. So let us watch this video for a better understanding about the morphology.
Okay, there are 4 life stages of cat fleas, which are: first is egg, second is flea larvae that resemble tiny maggots with sharp bristles and mandibles for chewing, and third is pupae that live encased in silky debris-studded cocoon, and the fourth is adult that consists of either female or male. But for this picture, it shows an adult female. Okay, so now let's move on to morphology of adult cat fleas. It is usually length in 1 to 2 mm, and the body is laterally flattened for easier moving in the host hair, and they have no wings, and the color is dark reddish brown. Okay, the body of fleas consists of 3 parts, which are: first is head, second is thorax, and next is abdomen. So now let us zoom in to the head of the cat fleas. So this is the lateral view of cat flea head. Only Ctenocephalites have genus Ctenidia with more than 5 spines like this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spines. And next is maxillary lacinae that act as a knife to pierce a whole skin, and median epipharynx that get inserted into the blood vessel to draw the blood. Okay, next we move on to the thorax that consists of 3 pairs of legs, 1, 2, 3, that inserted in the thorax, and each with a claw for better holding in the host hair or feather. And next is abdomen part that has usually 10 segments and includes the genital organ. Okay, the body of fleas is covered by external structure called exoskeleton, which protect the internal organ from mechanical pressure and pathogens and serve as anchor for the muscle. The adult fleas are extraordinary jumper because they can jump more than 100 to 200 times of their size. So for a human being, it likes we are jumping over a 70-story building. And their legs have powerful muscle that contain resilin, a highly elastic protein that allows the flea to leap high. So this is the picture of female and male. We can obviously see that the female is a bit larger than the male, and the male has a complex snail-shaped genitalia. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, doctor, how does this flea transmit to cat and human?
Okay, hi to everyone, and thank you for our host, Miss Liza. Okay, today about the transmission of the fleas. It can easily transmit by the direct contact with the cat or dog. Usually, pets among us. Usually, most of us is having a pet at our house, right? Maybe someone have 1 or 2 pets and even sleep with it. So this is a problem. It can be transmitted by the stage of the flea. Actually has 4 main stages. First one is adult, then is the eggs. These eggs can turn into a few several stages like the pupae and larvae. So basically, how is it transmitted to a human especially? Can be transmitted when the adult, we mentioned, lay eggs. The eggs, it is oviposited by the host. However, the eggs cannot attach to the host directly because the egg is not sticky. That's why usually the eggs will fall off in the surrounding, like the bed sheets, carpets, you know. So that's why you can find the eggs of the flea everywhere, even in the carpet already far from your bed. This is possible. Then later on, the egg will hatch into larvae. This larvae is a scavenger, which means a scavenger is find for nutrient to survive, right? Everyone needs to survive to find the nutrient. How is find the nutrients? Very unique. It's find the nutrient by feeding on the blood, which is the feces of the adult flea. When it's become matured more, it will turn into larvae stage. This larvae and pupa stage can be depend on it. If the condition is not optimal, it can survive up to months. Later on, it will upgrade or advance into another stage, which is adult. This adult stage, which is very dangerous and cause pathogenesis to human. The morphology of the fish give its feature to cause pathogenesis, like is the piercing morphine parts, cutting lacunae, which allow it to bite. And how it's being transmitted generally because it has a powerful hinge which allow the flea to jump for a long distance, so it can travel from one cat to a human or cat to a cat. Previously, from research held by Russ in 1994, it stated that a cat population which is infested by the flea can transmit the flea to another population of cat. That's research about transmission of the flea held by Russ in 1994.
Okay, doctor, I still confused about what you mean by larvae or pupae or anything you just mentioned just now. Can you explain?
Okay, yeah, Miss Iza, thank you. Maybe I forget to mention about the life cycle of the flea. Okay, basically, as I mentioned before, the flea has maybe commonly generally have four stages, which is adult, egg, larvae, and pupae. Okay, what happens actually, like a flea, the life cycles mean from a flea. How is it the generation of it become a cycle, then how it become a flea again? Okay, about the life cycle, actually I have asked my student who be doing a research on the flea life cycle. So I have come and prepared a video for the audience and you all to understand more about the flea life cycle.
Hello guys, I'm Atila, student from ITM Puncak Alam, and I'm just finishing doing my research on the cat's fleas, or more specific about the Ctenocephalic fleas. I will go deeper on the life cycle of this parasite so that everyone is all clear about it.
This picture shows an overview of the life cycle of Ctenocephalic felis. After consuming a full blood meal from the definitive host, which is cat, adult female flea will produce between 20 to 30 eggs per day with an average of 1 egg per hour until it dies. Then, the eggs are dispersed freely into the environment, such as on the animal bedding, in carpet, or on furniture, as the egg easily fall out from animal hair, with 70% of them are dislodged due to house cleaning. Next, the remaining eggs, which is 30%, will hatch into larvae and passes through 3 stages of larvae, which are first stage, second stage, and third stage, depending on the environmental factor. The larvae will feed on any organic matter, but the main dietary component is the excreted adult flea feces, as it consists of undigested blood. The larvae will spin silk cocoons in which they develop from larvae to pupae and remain inside until it fully develops into adult. After completed pupal stage,
the adult fleas will emerge and seek out for warm-blooded hosts to feed on blood. Usually, cat fleas live in the resting places of their hosts when they are not feeding and will jump on their hosts when they need to feed on blood.
Okay, moving on to the new chapter, which is the pathogenesis of the flea. Okay, I summarize it into 4 types of pathogenesis. First one is the biting of the fleas. Second one, flea allergic dermatitis. The third one is IDA, which is iron deficiency anemia, and the fourth is the intermediate host of D. caninum. Okay, I will go one by one. Okay, the first one about the bite of the fleas. Okay, you see the fleas, yeah, mouth part, piercing mouth part, cutting like ini, and stabbing epipharynx. What happens when it bites you? It will cause erythematosus purpura, the redden at the site of the injury, and intensely itching. This intensely itching is commonly with the infestation of this parasite. What happens? This intensely itching can lead to a secondary infection, because when it's itching, it's a normal response for a human to scratch it, right? When you're itchy, you scratch. Itchy, a little bit itchy, you scratch. Then you don't know at the side of your hand, a lot of bacteria, right? So when you're scratching it, you introduce a new pathogen. That's why it becomes a problem. Okay, for the second one, flea allergic dermatitis. Okay, different people have different kind of immune response. It's not the same as everyone. Maybe I and she have a different immune response. So what happens in flea allergic dermatitis is our immune response respond toward the flea saliva. When it bites, it releases the flea saliva. Then our body respond and become hypersensitivity. This hypersensitivity trigger symptoms such as wet eczema, skin harden or become thickened, and apolacea. Apolacea is a condition where you having a trouble of hair loss. Okay, moving to the third pathogenesis, which is IDA, or we call as iron deficiency anemia. What happens? This is usually not a common pathogenesis to the human which is infested by the parasite. But when you are having a heavy infestation, it will cause iron deficiency anemia. Particularly in young animal, not in human is rare. Okay, last one but not least is about the this parasite serve as a vector for a wide range of virus, bacteriology, and not to forget about the other parasite which is D. caninum. D. caninum can cause maybe same pathogenic as the Helmin family maybe. Okay, what happens? D. caninum is the flea actually is intermediate host for this D. caninum. So basically, it's not as directly transmitted to the human, but the route of transmission of this parasite is when human accidentally eat the flea. Then only the D. caninum can infect your body and human. But usually it is rare. Okay, that's all for pathogenesis. Thank you.
Okay, doctor, this is the last question. What is actually the best treatment for this infestation?
Okay, for this infestation, we usually use a drug namely as fipronil, which we will administer into the cats every 4 weeks.
So guys, as a conclusion, we need to prevent this kind of infestation by cleaning up regularly our pet area at home and in the yard. Also, if we notice our cat scratching or grooming itself, we need to buy a flea comb and combing through the cat's fur. And also, always monitor your pet for scratching or biting on a regular basis. Okay, Dr. Anati, thank you for today. Welcome to this show. Dr. Ati, thank you for today.
Yeah, thank you for you too. I have a present for you, special project for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so hopefully people at home will gain some knowledge about this topic. So we will end the show here. So thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.